What is up, guys? Frank the Tank here, back on another episode of MLB The Show 16 Diamond Dynasty with a video that I did not anticipate making today. There was an update this morning. It was scheduled routine maintenance from Sony Studios for MLB The Show. But scrolling on Twitter, I found that MLB The Show tips, if you're not following them on Twitter, fantastic news for anything MLB The Show. They always link daddyleagues.com, which has a ton of information about rosters, attributes, whatever you want to know about the game. So check that out. If I remember to, I'll throw a link down in the description. But we have an unscheduled, unprecedented roster update today. Roster updates are supposed to take place now on Friday. You guys are watching this. Frank the Tank, it is not Friday. I know. I was caught off guard. I'm just lucky I was home so I could get this video made and get this video out. We're going to start in Arizona here. Paul Goldschmidt decreased one. He went from a 96 to a 95. Price, I don't know what his price was before this. I don't think it was too affected. I think we're right around where he was at, if not just a little bit less. We'll scroll through here and see if there's anybody major off the top of our heads. Corey Seager, I thought he was going to get an update this week. He did not, but his price is going up a little bit. He is at 1,700 stubs right about now. I don't think anybody major for the Padres. Giants, Brandon Belt. Brandon Belt for the Giants went from a 77 bronze to an 83 silver, so he went up 6. Guess he has been doing pretty well. I had 8 of these. I sold 3 of them when his inside edge was up to an 88 for about 100 and something stubs, so his price is up it about maybe doubled. So you could sell them now for 110, or you could put buy nows for probably 200, and they shouldn't take too long to get off your hands. Some other ones, we'll just scroll through here and see if there's anything. I'm looking on the website right now, the daddyleagues.com website, just to see if I miss anything. Guys, just let me know in the comment section. You guys are always very, very good at pointing out things that I miss or that I screw up. Evan Longoria here goes from an 85 gold to an 83 silver, so he drops 2. His price isn't really reflecting it yet. He sold for about this when he was a gold, so I'd wait a few days. When he turns to silver, he will be more common in packs. This was, I think, the second most expensive card trying to complete this set for 90 Carl Crawford. So you see here, Chris Archer's still going to cost you around 14K, 13K, but the rest of these can be had for, about 2 or under. So once you get those 2 golds out of the way, Jake Odorizzi for 400, 500 stubs, Boxberger for a couple hundred stubs. Once this Evan Longoria goes down, that's going to be, a lot cheaper to pick up this 90 Carl Crawford. And the stats on this Crawford are really good. 96 contact against righties, 97 speed, 86 fielding, which isn't too bad. So that's a nice card you can get for probably under 20K. So keep an eye out for that. We'll try to find some more roster updates here. I don't know if they dropped. I figured they might drop Batista because he has been struggling. Same with Russ Martin. Still no Chris Sale upgrade. I don't know what these guys are waiting for, but they did give Jose Quintana, however you say it, an upgrade. They took him, let me try to find it here. They took him from an 81 silver to an 85 gold. Still going for 1,500 stubs. That's a really nice card. 4 different pitches. I was going to buy him for 1,500, but I really don't need another starting pitcher. So we'll scan through here. Danny Salazar, a lot of people thought he was going to get an upgrade. I don't believe he did. Jordan Zimmerman, still not upgrading Jordan Zimmerman. I do not know why. I stashed 2 of these just because I thought they would give him a little boost. But for another downgrade, they downgraded Miguel Cabrera from a 96 to a 94. Still at 99 inside edge. His inside edge is always going to be great just because of his track record. No matter what his current situation or stats are like. I don't think we had any significant upgrade with the Royals. Twins. Brian Dozier dropped from an 85 gold to an 84 silver. I don't know if this is going to make his price go down. It should, because he should be more common in packs. But that's good news for anybody who hasn't completed this set yet, because you do get this 94 Burt Blyleven for getting all 38 of the Twins cards. Wow, Glenn Perkins is going for 2,300 right now. Yeah, I have an extra one of these. We'll get. Whoa, hey. All right, so we'll try to get rid of that for 2,100. But that's crazy that Dozier is down like that. Let me look here on my little cheat sheet. I'm only going to go over some of the more major ones here. Sean Doolittle, did he drop again, or is this an initial drop? Yeah, he went from an 85 gold to an 81 silver. Still going for about 38 right now. That is going to plummet, I promise you that. You can get 85 gold relievers for like under 3K. So the only reason his price is still a little high is because this set's really easy to complete to get this Raleigh Fingers. I really considered it. Waiting for Sonny Gray just to drop a little more. And actually, he's cheaper than I thought he was. So I might do that to get the Raleigh Fingers and just finish up this set. It shouldn't cost me more than about 10 to 12K. One of the big upgrades for this week is Robinson Cano. He goes from an 88 gold to a 91 gold. A lot of people thought it was going to be higher, and actually his price is going down. He was at about 20K for the last week because he's been crushing the ball. Everyone knew he was going to be an upgrade, but a lot of people thought he was going to go diamond in this go around, and 5 rating would have been a really high jump. So they're going to take it easy. You know, give him the 3, get him to a 91, and then see if he continues to play well enough to get him to the diamond level. Rougned Odor is up to an 85 gold, and I'm actually going to buy one of these for 1,700 just to have one because he is a really good player. If you take a look at his stats, you know, the contact is good, the power is good, speed is okay. It's a nice card, a really nice budget card. So I just want to have one of those because I might do this set. I think you get a 92 Will Clark. At least I think that's what you get. Maybe it's, I don't know. Anywho, going through again, no update for Correa. He has been turning it on as of late. I did think he was going to get an upgrade, but I guess not. The Braves suck. Nobody upgraded there. No upgrade for Stanton. He's been killing the ball. Christian Yelich gets an upgrade today. He goes from an 79 silver to an 84 silver. So that's pretty significant. You know, his contact against righty is crazy. If he's going up against right-handed pitchers, he usually always has a nice inside edge rating. This Justin Bour card is one of the best budget cards in the game. I've been playing a lot with him in Battle Royale, and he just kills the ball. Even off, he does really well against lefties too. Max Scherzer struck out 20 guys last night. I guess not enough time for them to get him an upgrade. Maybe if they waited till Friday like they were supposed to. But Daniel Murphy finally gets an upgrade from an 80 to an 83. He's still hitting like in the high 300s or something like that. I thought he would go gold, but I didn't really stash a lot of them. I just have the one, just because you're really not going to make a ton of coins. And I'm going to explain that. I'm going to make a video about being careful with your investments, and it's going to be very beneficial, and I promise you guys that. Steven Matz goes from a 78 to an 81. He had a really bad first start, but he's like 5-0 since. He has some really nice pitches. If you look at it, he has that sinker, which is like freaking 94-mile-an-hour sinker, and then a four-seam fastball, which clocks in the high 90s, plus a nice curveball and a nice changeup. It's a really good budget pitcher to have. Really nothing. Aaron Nola, I think, went up. Yeah, he went up 2. He went from an 81 to an 83. Besides that, really not a lot of movement for the Phillies. They're not that great. Here we go. The newest diamond in MLB The Show is Anthony Rizzo. Anthony Rizzo went from a 92 gold to a 93 diamond. Subsequently made his price go up about 10 to 12K stubs. Still a really nice card. 79 contact righties, 74 lefties, 95 power righties is great. 82 fielding is good for a first baseman. 51 speed isn't too bad for a power hitting first baseman either. Very nice card to have. I had one saved up for last week because I thought he would get his upgrade then. When he didn't, I did sell it for about 22K. Not really regretting it. I mean, I've done a lot with those 20K stubs since the you know, the week that I sold him. So it's really not a huge deal. But that's another nice card. Hector Rondon here went from a silver to a gold. Cubs had a lot of upgrades because they're playing really well now. This is a really nice reliever to pick up for 2K stubs. 87 velocity and 89 break. What means on that 89 break is his two seam is going to have a lot of, you know, backwards tail to it, and that slider is going to be filthy. So that's a nice card to pick up. And also Dexter Fowler went from a silver to a gold. He's been playing very well. 98 contact against lefties, 73 against righties. This is just a really nice card to have on your bench. I have one now that I can't sell because I locked it in when it was a silver, and I'm not too worried about it because it's, you know, only 1,800 stubs. But I might put him in my lineup because that's a really good card to have coming off the bench. This video is already at 10 minutes, so we're going to try to speed this thing up a little bit. I don't think I'm missing anyone really major right now. Jason Hayward, actually, ooh, yeah. Hayward dropped from a gold to a silver. He dropped from an 85 gold to an 83 silver. Hasn't really been playing great. That price right now at 2,900, that's a really nice price for this card because you can still see his numbers are really good, especially his fielding and his defense. But that 79 contact against righties, and he hits better than 52 power against righties. If you square one up with a good, you know, PCI coverage, you're going to put it out. But that price is going to drop drastically because he is, you know, he's a silver now. He's going to be more common impacts. Like I said, I'm sorry to repeat myself, but I just want to go over everything in depth just so you guys know what's going on. The Red Sox, no major upgrades here. Did they have an upgrade? Let me see here. Cincinnati. No, nothing major, if at all. All right, Brewers, they suck too. Oh, hey, Chris Carter, finally a silver. I was trying to figure out what this guy had to do to finally get an upgrade. He's been playing really well. He's been hitting righties really well, which is always usually his downfall in the past. So that's nice to see him get an upgrade. We'll go to the Pirates. I don't think they had any upgrades. Yo, if Polanco turns gold, I have 13 of them right now. That price might go up to a couple K, and I'll make like 20K off of all the ones I'm stashing. He doesn't really deserve it right now, but who knows? So I don't think there's any big upgrades for the Pirates. If any, Jung Ho is probably going to get an upgrade soon if he keeps crushing the ball like he is. Go over to the Cardinals. I think there's one here that I wanted to talk about. Yes, Steven Piscotty. Up to an 81 silver, 90 today with inside edge. Price already up to 225 stubs. I have 10 of them. I'm going to hang on to those. I might play with him today. He has that 90 inside edge. Yeah, that's 79. What's that? 89, 93 contact righties. What's that? 96 contact lefties. Jeez, man. I'm definitely going to get some gameplay in with this Piscotty today. And Randall Grichuk did not go up yet. He should soon, but I'm stashing him as well. Very low risk, okay reward kind of investments. But like I said, I'm going to make a video talking to you guys about investments, and you're going to want to tune in. So Wellington Castillo gets an upgrade here from a 77 bronze to an 80 silver. Nothing too crazy here. I am holding this Segura because he might be a gold soon. Oh no, Jake McGee went from a gold to a silver. Crap. I have one. I just put him in my lineup. He was an 87 gold. I pulled him the other day. That's a huge drop. I didn't even notice that when I was looking at this list. Yeah, -4. And he was going for 3,100 when I downloaded this list on my phone, and now he's already down to 1,300. Well, that sucks. Hopefully he's still good. Dodgers, nothing crazy, I don't think. Let me look at this list, make sure I'm not missing anything. Yoenis Cespedes for the Mets went from an 88 to an 89. I didn't stop there. JD Martinez for Detroit went from an 86 to an 85. That's really not going to crush his price too much. Cody Allen for Cleveland went from an 86 gold to an 84 silver. So that price will go down if anyone's trying to do the Cleveland collection. I think you get a Kenny Lofton. Yeah, I think that's going to do it. Brandon Belt. Did I talk about Brandon Belt? Brandon Belt went from a 77 to an 86, or an 83, excuse me. I think I talked about that. And Evan Gaddis got a +3. I think that's really the big ones, guys. I don't think I'm missing too many. If I am, hit me up in the comment section, which I'm sure you guys will because you always do. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new. Like I said, an unprecedented roster update today. Nobody really expected this, at least to my knowledge. I would have liked to, because I might have picked up one of those Rizzos to try to make a quick 9 or 10K. But like I said, I'm going to talk about investments in a video here, and it's going to be a video that you guys want to tune into. So that's going to do it, guys. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new. This is Frank. That's